Well, my best friend since 6th grade, Katie, was dating Sean at the time. Sean was in Slade's class. They both were taking like agriculture classes.
We actually met on our first date. I had an entomology class with Sean, and he was dating Katie, your best friend, and I guess he had the hots for me and told him all about me.
And so I just moved to Tulsa, and Katie was like, I have the perfect guy for you. And I said, okay, you know, whatever. I've been through this before, people always trying to set people up. And so at first I was like, I'll give it a shot, but you know, no promises. She was like, okay, I promise, just do it.
And then she got my number when she moved to Tulsa, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Went on our first date.
Our first date was something you'd see in like a movie. Like literally it was like something that you would see in some kind of comedy.
We were supposed to go out on a Friday night, so I came back from Stillwater, and she beat around the bush and told me that she didn't want to go out and that something wasn't right. So I just got paid that day, so I went and spent all my money on hunting stuff. And she texts me the next day and wants to go out, and I had like $10 in my account.
And so Saturday night rolls around, and Slade was like, okay, how about tonight? You said you were free, you know, tomorrow. Okay, it's now Saturday. So I said, okay, I'll go out with you. And so me and Jackson were already out, and Slade was like, I'll come pick you up. And so I said, okay, that's fine, you can come pick me up.
So my truck's overheating. I put my last like $5 I had in gas and go to pick her up, and I just text her big white truck when my phone dies, and pull in the parking lot, and I walk around the corner, and I can see in the window of the bar that there's a dude with no shirt on, and then get closer to the door, and I can see that he ain't got no pants on either. I'm like, this is a little different.
So I'm like looking out the window, I don't see anything, and then finally I see his truck pull through the parking lot, and then it kind of pulls off. And so I thought, okay, maybe he saw where I was at and was like, oh, this is not the girl for me. And so I call him, and it goes to voicemail, but then, you know, a few minutes later he says, I'm here. So I said, okay. So I walk out.
Go pick her up. We drive to rodeo at like midnight, and we were supposed to go dance, and I put it on my GPS, and I end up at the wrong house.
He had this god-awful GPS system. He calls it Doreen. I hate that thing. It took us like to the wrong place 3 different times. It was like a crackhead's house one time. Then we were like clear on the other side of Tulsa. So I thought, this guy has no clue where he's going. So finally we get to the rodeo club that he was taking me to.
So we get out there. I go to get her a drink at the bar, figure out that I have $0 in my account because I spent it all the day before. So I had to go find a friend of mine to get it. Come back, she's already bought her drink, so I thought, there's no way we're gonna go out ever again.
I go and I order my drink, and he orders his, and he hands the lady his card, and she was like, it's been declined. And I kind of at that point was like, what? This guy just asked to take me on a date and he can't pay for one drink? But I went ahead and just paid for mine, and he was able to, like, I guess find a friend and pay for his.
Yeah, I did. She messaged me back the next day and texted me and said she wanted to go out again. It was great. I thought I'd ruined everything. I think the first time I told her I loved her was...
There were a couple times that I've wanted to say it, but he hadn't said it. And so I've always been like the person that's like, the guy has to say it first, the guy has to say it first. Well, he hadn't said it first, and something had happened, and he was really upset. And so, you know, I was telling him, like, everything happens for a reason, you know. I'm here for you and just you, and I'll help you get through whatever you need me to help you get through. And, you know, you could tell that he was really upset. And I said, you know, I just want you to know that I love you for who you are, and not, you know, what happens in your life or has happened in your life.
And she said, I loved you, and I said it back. That was pretty much it was a bad situation, great time, I guess. Oh, that was great. I knew I wanted to do it at OSU. We both went to OSU. She cheered and I powerlifted, so it was really dear to both of us. So first thing I did was call Pistol Pete. I had to get Pistol Pete there. And so I started messaging all her friends, because a couple of them were still up there and had keys to get onto the football field. And so we show up that day, and getting all of her family without them telling somebody is really hard. So I mainly told all the men in her family, and they didn't tell any of their wives or anyone that what they were doing, just kind of came up there. And she was going out to get her nails done and hair done with all of her friends. And I told her I was going hunting that morning, and she was going to have a night out with all of her friends.
And by the way, I was so mad at Slade this day because he was like, I'm going hunting all day, so I'll meet you in Stillwater. And like 5:30, 6 o'clock rolls around and he was like, I'm still in the tree stand, I'm sorry, like I'm running late. And I thought, you're gonna like miss the whole like dinner and everything. So I was so mad at him.
One of her friends was a senior in Cheyenne. She was gonna take pictures on the football field because he told her, hey, I wanna go down and see where I wanna take my pictures. And so she come down, that's how we got her to the field. And I had all my family, all her family in the runway where the players run out. And I was hidden on one of the camera stands. And
I knew something was up when she was like, I have to go. And I was like, where are you going? She's like, well, I just have to go help Garrett.
She didn't get it. She didn't get it till she, like all of her friends are like, look, and she's like, what's he doing here? He's supposed to be hunting. Oh my God. And like, can't see her family, anybody's there. She could just see me.
One of my best friends was like, who's that? And I look over there and the sun's like blinding me. And I see Slade walking out to the middle of the field. And I thought, what's he doing here? And Jackson was like, I don't know, go look. And he like kind of pushed me towards him.
And so she walks all the way to the 50-yard line, and I can tell that she has no freaking clue what is going on. And so I just started telling her what she meant to me and how much I loved her and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. And then I think it finally clicked at that moment. I don't know if it clicked till I actually went down, and I think she could see that my mom was beside me taking pictures, my aunt, and I think it all kind of clicked all at once.
So I walked over there, and then he got down on one knee and I said yes. And then I looked out of the corner of my eye and I saw my dad, my mom, his mom and his nana with signs that said, will you marry me? And I said yes, and I kissed him, and then I turned around and Pistol Pete was there. And so it was just one of the best days ever. My favorite thing about Slade is how goofy he is. So like no matter what kind of day I'm having, he always knows like something to say or do just to make you laugh. That's probably one of my favorite things about Slade.
I think that there's nothing I can do to upset her. I've tried, I'm a terrible boyfriend, husband, fiance, I'm terrible at all of it. I'm hunting like 90% of the year. I give sympathy to nothing. I don't understand why she would ever want to be with a guy like me, but she does. She loves everything about me, I think. I don't know what she tells her friends, but I think she loves me, and I can't upset her. I don't know what it is. She just loves everything about me, and she goes with everything. There's a lot of things that I thought she wouldn't be okay with. She's great. I mean, we're kind of opposite. She lives in the city, and I'm from the country. I love hunting and all those things, and she just loves it. She loves everything about me.
He's been kind of my rock, and I'm getting emotional. I get mad at him a lot, but there's nobody in this world I'd rather be with than him.
Just I'm super proud of everything that she's been able to accomplish in this whole thing, because I get very stressed out very easy, and she knows it. She deals with it. I freak out a lot, and I don't know how she does all this. She'll come up to me and tell me things that she's got accomplished. She called all these people today, or she did this, or went and met with these people. It blows my mind. I can't even order in a drive-thru by myself. I get stressed out if someone calls me. It's a number I don't have on my phone. I can't talk to people. She's just been able to do a whole lot that I could never thought she'd be able to do, and I could never do.
I just want to say thank you to his family for being so welcoming to me. He has an amazing family with his mom and all the sisters, and his nana and his Mimi and Papa, and his sister, of course. I've always wanted a sister, so now I get one myself. So I just want to say thank you to his family, and then also thank you to my family for being so supportive and accepting the guy that is my man of my dreams. So
go Pokes.